really what I'm doing, just grinding. Haters wanna hate, let them hate, never mind them. Be more bins, tryna reach the next plateau. And I can't stop till I see my toes. Keep a couple feet inside the photos. So official with the vibe, you can kick up my zone. Hold on for a minute, let me count mine, you know.
So guys, I wanted to do this video probably like a month or so ago, but I decided against it. So as you guys do see by the title, this is pretty serious. So as you guys do know, I come from a family of 5 brothers and 1 sister. And on the Cryer family side, when I say the Cryer family side, I mean my mom's children, all of my mom's children, 5 boys and 1 daughter. So on the Cryer family side, we don't have like any history of illnesses in our family, like cancer. And cancer is, very, very serious. A lot of people can, relate to the topic when it comes to cancer. And I always say, when things happen, we always say that it's never gonna happen to us. And it was like when I lost my son, Deontay, I used to hear about other people losing their kids and stuff. And I was one of the ones who always believed that it could never happen to me. And I ended up losing one of mine. And so a while back, I was talking to my brother. He flew down here to see me. And, I was very happy that he came down to see me. You guys seen the videos. My brother JC was in town. We was cooking at the grocery stores, Walmart. He's hanging out with my other kids and stuff, my younger kids, just acting a fool. And we really had a good time while he was here. But he dropped some information on me, that he really didn't want anybody to know about in the family. And he wanted me to keep it to myself. And even though I talk to my brothers and stuff on a pretty regular basis, I won't say I talk to them every day, but I talk to my brothers on a pretty regular basis. And it was so hard for me not to share with my other brothers what was going on with one of my brothers. It was really hard. And so recently, my brother had surgery for cancer, prostate. And right before the surgery, he had went ahead and started telling other family members about it. Which at that time, I told my other family members who told me about it that I had already knew about it, but he didn't want me to say anything about it. And them family members, as you know, was very upset with me for not, telling them that information. I mean, they are brothers, and I felt like that they all have a right to know what's going on when it comes to one of our family members. But at the same time, I was just holding up to my promise because he didn't want people to know. And so he had his first operation, and recently, and it went okay. And now he's about to have another operation because it apparently came back. And so when I started the video off, I was talking about like my 5 brothers and 1 sister and stuff. Like on our side of the family, I've always thought that when it comes to cancer, I always thought that it could affect like the extended family, like cousins and stuff, other relatives, which it has. I've lost family members, cousins to cancer in the past. But I didn't think like if it's to that certain household of children that it would not affect them. And apparently it turns out that even if your side of the family doesn't have a history of cancer, still get cancer. And so for him, it was hard for him to open up to me about it, because when he flew down here last summer, he was like, bro, I gotta talk to you about something. And, I want you to keep it to yourself. I don't want the other people to know about it, the other family to know about it. And so me, because my brother, he's a lot like me. Like, we act silly. Well, he's older than me. My birthday's June 10th. His birthday is June 11th. We're not twins. We're just born 1 year and 1 day apart. And so he's always joking around and playing. He actually just started a YouTube channel too. I'm actually gonna post his channel in this video somewhere. But he started doing like YouTube shorts where he just do little funny short videos and stuff like that. And when he first came down here, I thought that's what he wanted, more information about how to do YouTube, because everybody who come around me, they want to know about YouTube. And I don't mind, but I come to find out that his visit to me wasn't about any of that. He wanted to share something with me that he trusted me to, keep to myself, but he wanted me to know about it. And right to this day, I still don't know why he didn't want my other brothers and sisters to know that he had cancer. I never questioned him. I never asked him. I just told him I would keep it to myself. He's recently went public about it. And he gave me permission to actually do this video, and talking to him and him telling me about things that he's limited on doing now, like being in the bed all the time. Obviously, the medication, the pain of going to the restroom, and like we both live in 2 different states. He lives in Baltimore, I live in Texas. The rest of our extended family lives in Indiana, although he has created his own family in Baltimore. A lot of friends, that he's always around. He even has a couple kids, out there, so. But talking to him on the phone, it just kind of really made me think about a lot of stuff, because life is short, man. We hear about other people who's going through it, and people say the same thing. Oh, my prayers are with you, but they really don't pray for you. They just say my prayers are with you, just something to say. I guess it's a nice gesture, but they really don't pray for you in real life. But it really made me open my eyes to a lot, because our age difference is 1 year apart. And again, out of me and my brothers, none of us have ever been diagnosed with cancer. I guess one of the conversations that me and him had, like literally today, where he was saying a lot of guys don't go get their prostate checked. And it's true. I'm one of them. We don't want to go get our prostate checked because we're scared of what we're going to find out. And I'm not for sure what made him go get his checked. I don't think he said that he was sick or anything. I think he just said that he was at an age to where it was time for him to get it done. They say black males, if I'm correct, they say black men should get their prostate checked. I think in their 30s or 40s. I'm not for sure. I don't want to put the wrong information out there. But now, like, it does make you nervous knowing that, well, dang, if one of my brothers have it, that means any of us could have it. My mom, she didn't have a history of cancer. My dad, I never met him. So I don't know if he had a history of it. So me and my brother, we don't have the same dad. So, but yeah, but it just really made me open my eyes when it makes me think about my own health. And it just hits differently when you find out that someone so close to you actually has it. And it's like, you start questioning everything around you. Like, I don't know, it almost makes me think tomorrow I just want to get up and just go to the doctor and just get a full body checkup, get labs done and everything. I had it done a couple years ago. I had a scare a couple years ago that forced me to go get blood work, and I went and got it. And I turned out to be just fine, which is a good thing. But anyway, my brother, he gave me permission to do this video. We wasn't always really close growing up, like we grew up in the same house. And he ended up moving out at an early age, going to stay with my grandma until he graduated high school. Then he went on to college. Then he went to Baltimore, and he never looked back. To visit like I do to Indiana, but he never really looked back. He went out there and created his own life for himself and created his own family out there. And like myself, he had his ups and he had his downs. He had his wins and he had his fails. But at the same time, it just really makes you think a lot. And when it comes to cancer is not one of those things like shingles. It hits you at a certain age. Cancer actually doesn't discriminate. It hits you at any age. There's people watching this video right now who's probably dealing with it. There's people watching this video right now who probably know someone who's dealing with it. There's people who are watching this video right now who probably just buried a loved one that lost their battle to it. And it's serious, man. I was talking to my brother. I kind of asked him, like, what some of the things that he's experiencing. He pretty much said he was really scared. But he's more scared now in this time because when you have a surgery like that, you would like to believe that they got all of it out. But apparently this is a situation where they didn't get it all out. They have to go back in. He also expressed to me like the level of pain that he has, the level of discomfort, trying to get up and go to the restroom and trying to cook for herself. And on top of that, going back and forth to doctor appointments. Though he has a car, he has his own place. He always has. He lives by himself, a single man. He's like I once was for a while, single by choice. He's single by choice. I asked him, he said he'd just rather not deal. But I just ask you guys to keep my brother in your prayers, just like we do everyone else. He's a silly dude, man. I don't know what it is, man. When stuff happens in your life, you start thinking about everything, man. Like, even when he told me the situation when he was here about the cancer situation, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't believe him. I didn't. And I told him to his face that I didn't believe him. Even all the way up until the day that I knew he was having surgery, which was April 9th. I knew he was having surgery April 9th. And I still didn't believe him all the way up until the day of the surgery. Until I kept calling his phone for 2 or 3 days straight. I just kept calling his phone. I'm on social media, looking at his Facebook, because he's always posting on Facebook. Now he's on YouTube, so I get to see him more. But on Facebook, he'll post. But for 3 days, he didn't answer my call. And I went on YouTube to see if he posted any shorts. No post. And so I went on Facebook. Nothing. And so after about the third day of me calling, So told me, babe, just tried to call him. So was like, think positive. Maybe he's on medication. So was saying everything to me to try to keep me like together. And so finally on the fourth day, I got a weird call on my phone. But I never seen the number. And so instantly, with so many scams going on, I don't answer calls that's not in my contact. I don't care who you are. If you're not in my contact, I'm not answering your call. And so I didn't realize it showed the number, but it also says MD, which is short for Maryland. And so like a few minutes later, I got a text message from the number. I'm like, who is this? And the lady said, this is a friend of your brother, JC. He's out of surgery. He's recovering right now. I just wanted you to know he's okay. I'm here with him because I wanted to be there too. But my brother was like, no, my female friend's coming down and spend some days with me. And then his oldest son is gonna come down and spend some days with him. And so after that message, I ended up texting a young lady, telling her thank you for reaching out to me and letting me know. Sorry I missed your call. And so it wasn't until maybe like the 5th or 6th day. So the surgery was on the 9th. And I didn't actually physically hear from him until like the 14th or 15th of April. And we talked, I could tell he was in a lot of pain. But I could also tell he was in a good spirit because he's laying in his bed doing TikTok videos, doing short videos. So, but it's a scary thing, man. So I'm just gonna say, for the people who's going through a situation like this with cancer, you know, you are in our prayers, man. It's very, very serious. You know, some of the things that he was telling me about, I think one was the medications that they have you on. You have to take the medications, I think 3 times a day, or what is it, every 3 hours, 3 times a day, or 4 times a day, every so many hours. How it makes him feel tired. He also told me about the pain level, how hard it is to do certain stuff. He said one of the things that's really hard to do is laugh. And so on the phone, I had to really watch what I said because we both silly. And I would have said some stuff that would have had him laughing, which would have caused him a lot of pain. But I just feel like, you know, hearing his voice, I can tell that he's definitely not ready or prepared or mentally prepared for them to go back in again, because he just found this out that they have to go back in. And so I think this time I'm going to really try my best to be there. Again, we live in 2 different states, and you know, I don't know, man, but it is kind of scary though. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. You know, go show him some love. Like I said, I'm gonna put his little thing up, his little YouTube channel. Go over there, show him some love. Tell him his brother Damien sent you over there. He don't really do content videos. He just do like shorts and stuff like that. But anyway, I just want to share that with you guys, and I appreciate you guys listening. Sometimes you just need that space to just vent, man. You know, prayers for anybody who's going through a situation like this, who's dealing with something like this, or you might have lost a loved one to cancer. You know, it's real out here, man. It's real. And all we can do at this point is just stay prayed up. Because if it could happen to my brother, I know it could happen to me. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. This is the reason why I move differently now, man. I try to be respectful to people, even when they be rude. I still try to be respectful, because you never know when you're gonna get called home. Again, if you know, this could happen to any of us, man. Anyway, I just want to say I appreciate you guys watching, man. Love you guys. I'm gonna see you on the next video. I'm out.